everybody, it's Alexis here and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be making like a fun summery bouquet. I thought it'd just be kind of cool to record this for you guys. This is a real bouquet for a real client of mine for a bride. But today I decided to try a different way in making the bouquet. So this all came about when I realized that I am the most strongest, like I feel most comfortable making centerpiece arrangements. And I do like my handheld arrangements, but I feel like my centerpieces is really where I'm most comfortable. I feel like they always turn out really good when I do it. Yeah, so I'm like, all right, so let me try to combine like my centerpieces plus a bouquet. So that's how this whole idea came about. So today I'm going to make my bouquet in a vase and we're gonna see how that works out. But yeah, so we're trying something new today. But so I am going to use a little bit of chicken wire just to kind of give it like some stability and shape so that way all my flower stems aren't moving around. And then what I think I'm going to do when I'm done is I'm going to just like cut all of the wire off of it, like around it, so that way you don't see it. What we got is just like a little like kind of like a little nest for the flowers to sit in. But what I think I'm going to start with first is my greens, the seeded eucalyptus, which is really nice and beautiful. And this is honestly like its best time of year. So eucalyptus is typically like best and looks the best during like August to like I say October. That's like really the peak season for eucalyptus. So right now, like these seeds are like really nice and all like just bright and happy. Let's see, what's new with Alexis? Oh, so as you guys know, I just came out with a flower identification book, and if you haven't already picked up a copy, you can pick one up in the description box below. I will leave the link. But pretty much you can identify 100+ new flowers, and this book is like a really good must-have tool for all florists at all levels, whether you're like a beginner or a veteran at this, like you've just been doing this for years. Like I highly recommend that everyone just go check it out, buy a copy. It's really good to just have like a list of flowers on hand. But everything always gets a chop before you put it in a vase and water. You always want to make sure everything is getting like enough liquid and it's being hydrated properly. So I'm gonna chop, insert the stem. Oh no, I need to pick those up later. Oh, my bunny tail just went flying off the edge of the shelf there just now, so I'm probably gonna have to pick that up later. But I'm gonna just chop this, take off any of the excess leaves. So we are just gonna keep building out this bouquet here. I'm just adding my delphinium, this like little light blue delphinium. I'm just adding this for like shape. This is really gonna help like get some movement going, help give it some dimension. What's really cool about garden style bouquets is that like not everything is all tight and put together. It's a lot of things like coming out in different places and lots of movement. So I just added a little bit of this delphinium just to kind of give me an idea as to like the shape and what I'm doing here. But yes, this is what we've got so far. And as you're creating your stems, you always want to be crisscrossing things. This is what's really going to help create like that web for your flowers to sit in and all your stems to sit in. This like creating that web is going to help things from like moving around and falling apart. So I'll show you what I did here so far. But you see how in the vase we've got like a nice like X going on, like there's like all the stems are crisscrossing. So that's really what you're going to want to try to shoot for every time you make an arrangement, whether that be a bridal bouquet, a centerpiece, whatever you do. Always want to try to get everything to kind of like sit within itself. So check that out. But that's what we've got so far. And I'm just going to clean off my station because it's just a little messy. I literally can't work in mess, so I always have to clean my station as I go. But all right, so now we have some of this like yellow yarrow here. And I'm just gonna start placing this kind of like lower in the vase because I want to start trying to hide like these mechanics as best I can. I've been trying to like do that all along, but I really want to start focusing on that now a little bit harder. So really just trying to like hide all the ugly here. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I like to cluster things in groups of like threes. It's like usually odd numbers I usually like to work with. So like threes, fives, sevens. Like I like to work in odd numbers. I feel like it just looks really pleasing to the eye. So always try that out. And then we're going to add just a nice long piece to really just give it some movement. You see how I kind of have like this blue on one side, so I'm thinking maybe I add a little bit of like yellow on this side just to kind of like balance out the shape of that. I only have like 3 more pieces of yarrow left and I kind of want to save it, but yeah, I think I might save these last 3 pieces because I might need them later. I try not to use everything all at once because you might need like just like a little piece at the end to like hide something or whatever. But yeah, so now I'm gonna take these gorgeous sunflowers that we got here, and I get everything from my local wholesaler. Yeah, I always like picking things out in person because I find that when I pick things online, like, I mean, it's probably better that I do this, but I usually stick it to exactly what I want to order. When I'm in the flower wholesaler market, like sometimes I like see a flower that I wouldn't have typically seen online and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna try working with that one today. But yes, today we are working with some sunflowers. I like this because it's giving me like more freedom. Like usually when I make a bouquet, like my hand starts to hurt and cramp up. So I will say I do like the way that this is like kind of turning out here. And I love this one. I'm gonna kind of put him a little high and proud because he's just gorgeous. And yes, I talk to my flowers. I may or may not have issues, guys, but it's all right. And again, like this is a garden style arrangement, so you want things kind of poking out on all ends. You want it to be like very natural and loose and just like overall just kind of like she said she wants it to feel like I just like went in the garden and just the flowers. So that is the look that I'm going for. I really like this zinnia right here. I love zinnias. I feel like those are like the perfect, like picked up out of the garden kind of flower, you know? Like they really just add like that overall like nice, pretty, textury feel to the bouquet. Here. Okay. Yay. We're getting somewhere, guys. Just want to put this delphinium back in its spot. It's like coming loose. Okay. Nice. So it's coming along here. So I do have some of this like echinacea, which I really like, and I just have the pods of it, but I really like these because to me this again gives me like a really cool like garden kind of feel. And I just want to start maybe bringing out the center. And then I also saw some of this bunny tail in the photos that she had sent me. I'm gonna add some of that, and this is artificial. This is not real. This is just some of the dried stuff that you can find at like your wholesaler. That's where I got it from. Yeah. Yeah. You guys know that TikTok person who's always like, yeah. Okay. I honestly am just like really slowly falling in love with how this is turning out, guys. This looks awesome. Like this is nice and flowy. It's got a lot of movement in it. This is everything that I'm looking for in a bouquet. So you see this lovely, oh yes, I'm gonna stick you like right in here. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna stick you. Just notice it's a little bare right here. Like you can literally see straight down through the bouquet, and that's not good. So we're gonna stick something pretty there for your eye to catch, right? Because nobody likes a bare bouquet. And I also have a mirror right here so I can like see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Because sometimes as you get like really close to things, it's kind of hard to like just like take a step back and see because you're working so closely up against it. So I am working with a mirror as always, and that's something I always recommend you do when you are making your bouquets, is to always do it in front of a mirror so you can actually like see the mirror image of what you're doing. And for me, it really does help. Like I think my bouquets come out a lot better when I do it in a mirror. So always just check to see what you're doing, you know? Okay. All right, so that's what we've got. I want to add more bunny tail. I really think this bouquet is like almost done, honestly. I think this is looking very beautiful. Hope you guys agree with me. Tell me what you guys think about this new method of making a bouquet like in a vase. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm very curious to know, and I want to know if you are going to try this. This is my first time ever trying this kind of method, and I think I honestly will do it again, but let me, before I get ahead of myself here, let us see what this looks like after we pick it up. That's really going to determine everything, you know? All right, guys, so I think I'm at the point in this bouquet where I actually am going to pick it up, like hand-tied style, and I'm going to finish it off like in my hands rather than in the vase. So I think that's the direction I'm gonna move in. So let's see how I would go about this. So I'm actually going to get my tape ready so that way I'm not like fooling around with it too much later. So let me just create some space here. I always like to have a clean workstation. It's very important to me. All right, guys, so I found my tape, but what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna take some pieces off, and I'm just gonna maybe take like maybe 3 pieces off to start with. And we're just gonna see how this goes. So wish me luck. So this part right here, I would simply just pick the bouquet up like this and just try to grab it at the base. So you see how I'm like really kind of just holding it like that. And so there we go. So now I'm going to take my pieces of tape. I'm just going to kind of like wrap it around. Just make sure this is really tight here. Alrighty. So yeah, that is what we have right now. I actually like really like this, guys. Like I feel like this is like kind of pretty almost. Like I feel like this is like a really nice like flowy movement for it. And what I'm gonna just do now is kind of like move all the little stems and like definitely like cut this little like weird skirt thing off. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like go around the little thingies. Okay. Okay. All right, so I've cut off like most of the chicken wire, and I am just left with like just a little bit of it. So I'm just kind of like pushing in like the pointy parts right here. So I don't want that to stab my bride. And I do have some pieces of eucalyptus left over. And I'm just gonna like take the little pieces that I have left here. And these are just gonna hide all of my mechanics, guys. So we are gonna just take a little piece for right here. Piece right here. And notice how I am rotating my arrangement. I don't want to just focus on one side. You want all sides to be beautiful, as I have mentioned time and time again. Loose stems and just kind of put everything all on one level. Alright guys, so this is the end result. Now I do like to wrap all of my bouquets with some ribbon. So the day of the wedding is typically when I add like the ribbons and like any little charms or anything that the bride gives me. I usually like to add that the day of. As you can see, it's just kind of like sitting in water right now, and I don't really like adding all of that while it's in water, because then sometimes like the fabric gets wet or her charms get wet, and I just don't want issues. So I usually just kind of like to do all of that like the day of. But yes guys, but this is what we have right now. This is the bouquet we have made. I honestly really do like this way that I have made this bouquet, just kind of like in the vase, working in the vase and just working out of it. I feel like this is nice. Like this is exactly what I would want personally. Like I love garden style arrangements. I just think that they're so beautiful and organic and just really nice to pleasing for the eye. So yeah, but let me know what you guys think about this new way to make a bouquet. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to see your guys' opinion, and maybe you give it a try. Let me know if you want to try this at home. I do like it. I feel like this was kind of easy. I really just don't like working in my hands. I feel like when I do it in my hands, like I like lose grip of things, and then things start to like fall out, and it doesn't always look the best, I gotta admit. But I am most comfortable making centerpiece arrangements rather than like handheld bouquets. So to me, this is just kind of like combining my strengths together to make one beautiful arrangement. So yes, something to think about. Try to figure out what your strengths are in the flower world and work with it. But that's what I made today. Here's my bouquet. I will insert any pictures that I take of it at the end here. And hopefully I will get some really good professional photographer photos out of this one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Follow me on Instagram at flowersbyalexis, and I will see you all soon with another video. Bye!